Right. Well, go ahead and just give us a brief little background about yourself. What do you do for a living? When did you join Lifestyles? All that good stuff.
Yeah, I joined Lifestyles.
Hold that real high.
Joined Lifestyles a few years ago, 2020 I think it was, and I do CAD drafting for a living.
Yay, CAD drafting! That's exciting.
I draw pictures all day.
Cool, cool.
Okay.
All right. Why'd you join?
I had been interested in doing real estate for a long time. Looked into it. I mean, one of the first things that I checked out whenever I got the stuff like online or whatever, the stuff that you could go through and listen to, it was all audio. I got the upgraded version and got CDs instead of cassettes.
Oh, okay.
So you've been around a while.
But yeah, finally got into it, and yeah, it's been good.
Okay.
The more I get into it, like the more I want to do. So
Yeah.
So
Well,
when you
and-
first, never did this before coming to Lifestyles, right? Or you
what do they call it?
dabbled in
The
it?
accidental. I had a house that I moved from
Okay.
and turned it into a rental. But
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And so who's this lovely young lady in the picture here on the screen?
this is my
there?
daughter Avery. She's about to turn 18, the 20th. Yeah.
Right.
Freedom. Oh, for you.
I know she's a big part of the reason why you got into this. So just wanted to make sure we brought her in. But so this is your house there in Greenville. So tell us a little bit about that house.
Yeah, I found it was doing all sorts of hunting for it. Ended up getting, it was a wholesale deal. And it was right at the peak of where the prices kept going up and interest rates kept going up. And it was getting real tough to find any deals. And saw this one, the numbers worked, and
Perfect.
so I jumped on it.
Pull the
Yeah.
trigger. Awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful transformation there, and we've got some great pictures of the inside too.
Yeah.
So how did you find your team to do all this this incredible transformation
I was Carlos with the REA.
on the
the-
vendor list?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
I'd seen him at one of the road trips, and
Perfect.
yeah, just stayed in
Awesome.
touch with them, and
So he did all the work. You didn't do the work.
exactly.
Give him a hand
Exactly.
for doing that. That's actually student to listen.
How-
See,
how-
I got to make sure you folks know that's new here. We don't do any work. Every time you lift up a hammer, you lose money. I teach you how to be an investor, and you write a check. How many of you can write a check? You'd be a good real estate investor. How many people like those TV shows, HGTV TV shows? Okay, block those channels. Put the child locks. You can't watch
Yeah,
them.
not allowed to watch those.
Not
anymore.
allowed to watch those.
But I will confess that I did pick up a rake. And I
Oh, you
did the
picked up
yard
a
work.
rake?
Yep, yep.
Okay. Not supposed to, but that's okay.
Dang it, Jeff. No. How many times did you actually go to this property though in the process?
I try to go once a week. I go on the weekends.
Keep an eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was real fun just to see the progress, like
Yep.
each
Yeah.
week of like what had been
Oh
done.
man,
and-
that's
Awesome.
horrible. Oh man, that's horrible. Here's your check. And
Yep.
That's what you do. You walk away.
Yep.
Perfect.
It's a beautiful. I love the finished result
They
there.
did a
but
great job. Yeah.
this next slide is also very exciting. We got some numbers here. So how much cash out of pocket did you come up with to get this property?
trying to remember. I think it was in the 20s, 25 or so.
Okay, we have 44 here on the.
Oh, after
I think that was the first one.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
San
That's
Antonio
right.
house, yeah.
Yeah.
So your first house he did was only 25 out of pocket. This one here is 44 out of pocket. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, got a nice positive equity capture there, $9,000. Is that right? How much cash flow are you getting off of this house?
It's not rented yet. I'm
Okay.
in the process of that, but it should be around $400 range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, very
So
cool.
if you remember, I said typical house will make $200 to $600, 8 to 30% return. He's making nice modest return, 11%.
Yeah.
How many folks in the room
Almost
would be
$5,000
happy
a
with
year.
11% tax free? Okay. Cool.
Awesome, very cool.
And there's one more thing that you don't notice on this. How many ways to make money in real estate? 5. We're showing 2 right here. This is instantly he captured $9,000 of 44 grand, so that's like a 25% return. But every year, will this house go up in value? So it's going to go up about 10% in value, right? So if it's 170, he's going to go up 17 grand again next year. Off of 44 grand, that's almost a 50% return a year. Who'd be okay with that? You got to always think about that, okay, in the background. It's going to make more and more money each year,
Yep,
okay?
awesome. And you do have one other house down in San Antonio. So how'd you find that house?
That was a blast. And it actually, I bought it through another Lifestyles member. And
Awesome.
Tenants were in place. It was a turnkey.
How many
and
times have you been to that one?
I went once.
One
You went
time.
once.
Okay.
Who likes the
kinda wanted
idea
to see
of-
what it was like.
yeah.
Who loves the idea of going from one member to another? You don't have to do anything. You just make money. Who likes the idea? So we have a lot of times that'll go from one member to another. I just buy it and make, turnkey property and just make money.
Yeah.
And he only visited one time. Is that cool? Yeah. Right? Because San Antonio is like 5 hours away from him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you gave yourself.
Depending on the traffic too, yeah.
Yeah.
You gave yourself a 10 grand a year raise with 2
Yep.
houses there. Fantastic. Awesome. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. So how has lifestyles changed your life?
Well, kind of like this leads to, like, I've saw other people that I know, and I mean, good, hard-working people, and they had the mentality that if you just work hard, you're going to be taken care of. And now they're close to retirement age, and that system that was there to take care of them is no longer there.
No longer there, yeah.
They're just kind of screwed.
They're
And-
still doing CAD.
and other things.
Yep. Yep. Awesome. I have a feeling that retirement age is going to come a lot faster for you than those people on that with that mindset and on that path. So
Hoping
what's
to.
next for you? So what else? What are your short-term and long-term goals?
Kind of on the short-term side, I'm trying to do like one deal a year, like flip-flopping.
Okay.
Like I'll do a single family, then do passive multifamily,
Okay.
and just bouncing back and forth on those.
Doing both? That's great.
And then try to just,
Have you done any passive deals yet?
not yet, but
Okay.
I'm on the hunt
Looking
for
at it?
one.
Cool.
So yeah.
So that's a natural progression. He's doing some single family. He's going to start investing in apartments too. He's doing both. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a great strategy. Cool.
Awesome. And then what's the long-term? What's financial freedom look like for you?
I definitely want to have the financial freedom to go do what I want and not be tied down to the jobs and
Yeah. Cool.
not be behind. Here recently, they're pushing everybody because I've been able to do like a work at home deal.
Oh, okay.
And now they're like, hey, we want you to come into the office every now and then. And I don't miss that traffic at all.
Yeah. You're so much more productive at home, aren't you?
Yeah.
Rather than 2 hours traffic, losing productivity. Yeah.
Definitely.
I get it.
Very cool.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So who all was on your team? I know we talked about REA Solutions, but got a couple other.
Yeah, Carrie with
Any-
was it Capital Concepts?
Uh-huh.
Is
yeah.
Carrie here to show off? No. Usually he's jumping up and down. Okay.
And
Yeah, with the Greenworks inspections.
Okay.
Yeah, they did a really good job checking everything out. They have a cool investors inspection. And where instead of like checking everything and you have this giant book of like there was a crack here, every
Yeah.
little detail, they just hit the big stuff and it's what you need.
yeah,
Cool.
you're going to do
Yeah.
the cosmetics
That's some
anyway,
good
so that's
input.
perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
cool.
Very cool.
And of course the mentors. Like I bug the hell out of the mentors.
I can't say you've ever bugged me, but we talk on occasion, and that's
Cool.
awesome. But
Then the last Danny Gentry.
yes,
Gentry.
got the realty team at the back there, and
Yep.
I tell you what, they are cranking out some blasts. They're
Okay.
keeping there's.
Yeah.
I think they've had 2 members go under contract just since I've been in the building today. There's Danny right there at the back of the room.
Where's
so-
Danny?
There he is.
Wave. Everybody look at Danny. That's one of our realtors.
Yeah.
Any challenge
so-
preferred members? There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
So they've gotten 2 members into deals since I got here today. So that's awesome. So
Yeah, Danny
Okay,
did a great
so-
job. We looked at all sorts of stuff and we saw a lot of dumps and yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be the right deal for you. So we're going to take
Right.
questions in a second, but Jeff, I want to ask a question because there's some new folks who have never been here before. Think back to when you joined, you were scared, you were nervous, is this real? What advice would you give to new people coming to my seminar this weekend? What advice would you give them?
There's a lot of things, but I know me being an analyzer, what is the paralysis by analysis?
Mhm.
You can definitely get stuck in that and worry about it, but if you just do it,
It's all about the
Yeah.
numbers. The numbers are good. Take your emotions out of it.
yeah,
Make a financial decision. Good. Awesome.
yeah, definitely.
You want to take some
Awesome.
questions, Jeff?
Let's do it.
Okay. If,
All right.
if we have any online, ask me online. Way back there. Run. Okay, so we'll take an online question first because they're jumping around back there.
Can you hear me? Okay,
We
we
can
have
hear you.
2 questions.
Sure.
Okay.
The first one is, how did you choose where to buy? What was your thought process?
So the question is, how do you choose to invest? Let's ask 2 part of that. Locally, and then why in San Antonio? Why did you pick those 2 areas?
Okay, so with San Antonio, when I was looking, it was less out of pocket to get into the San Antonio
Because
deal.
you bought that one for 25 grand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in cases where there was small things, there was a deal where like a light fixture came from the ceiling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I had to pay a guy to go over there and change it. And I'm the DIY guy. So I'm like, if it was close by,
You'd try
I
to
could
do
have
it
done that
yourself.
myself. So I wanted something closer. So that's why I was looking in the DFW area. But like I said, the numbers were insane when I was looking,
Okay.
and that's why we were looking further out. And I'd heard Greenville was good before and started going out there, and found a
Got
good
it.
deal. So
Yeah,
Awesome.
it is a good market. Seems
So
like
the
a lot
numbers,
of members
the
are going
numbers
there,
influence
so.
them where to buy. Where's the most bang for his buck, or hey, I'll go further out to get a better deal. And that makes sense.
exactly.
Yep.
Great. You have a second one, Harry?
Yes, our second question is, are you using a property management company or are you doing it all yourself?
Okay. Are you renting it yourself, or do you use a private management?
Doing it myself. Yeah.
So he's doing it all himself. So just so you know, folks, if you come to seminar this weekend, I spend about an hour on that, how to screen your residence, every step of the way, how to do that. We teach that. You don't have to do it on your own. You can hire property management if you want to. They're both options. We teach you both ways. Okay, great question. Anybody in the room have a question? No? Okay, we're good.
All right. Well,
All
great
right,
job.
well, give
Thank
these
you
guys a
very
hand.
much.
Thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate you giving